Hey guys, welcome back. It's Grimreaper coming at you for another video for Raidshadowlegends. Hopefully you're doing well and hopefully you're looking after yourselves. Having a fantastic start to the week. We're back on my account and I wanted to do a newer champion showcase on this champion and really try and show you guys how you can really shine in a clan boss, in Hydra still. And this guy is still fantastic. A lot of you guys will have this champion for free as he was part of one of the login accessible champions with the blessing as well, which is fantastic news for us. I'm going to go over his kit and give you some hints and trips through this. You don't need the champions with him, but I'm going to show you how to build him properly and how I would recommend to build him. And I'll try to lower my stats down a little bit just to lower the anticipation with him. I'm obviously talking about the one and only Banner Lord champion, RATHALOS Blademaster. Now, this guy is the ultimate boss killer and is probably just behind Ninja when we're talking about damage and we're talking about bosses. Marius as well, he's definitely up there with the top three and then the G-Nut as well as the boss killers. This guy is fantastic in what he does and really solid kit. And I know a lot of you guys will have him. So I'm going to go for his kit quickly and then we're going to go show the run and everything. And I'll explain all the team setups, the team setup and stuff like that, and how to really get the full damage out of him. I'll drop all the timestamps down below if you want to skip this part. So we're going to start with A1. Has a 50% chance of putting a decreased defense on the target, and if it's a boss, this cannot be resisted. Means it doesn't require accuracy. That is a good job, and that can also be booked up. This doesn't need to be booked, but it does help, especially if you use an ally attack with this champion. He'll attack one enemy every second use of the skill in a round. Will attack all enemies instead. Will ignore 25% of the target defense. If this is a boss, then we'll ignore 100% target defense. This is really important because if it's a boss, means that House Smasher is useless, Cruelty is useless, Savage, Merciless, 6-piece set, and stuff like that. So that's one thing to kind of take into consideration because it's ignoring 100% critical damage. You really want to try and take full advantage of this overall. We'll attack all enemies before attacking places increase critical damage and increase speed on this champion for 2 turns. Amazing ability. This can be put down on a free turn, and this can also be put down on a free turn. Has a really solid passive as well. Inflicts 50% more damage to targets under HP burn buffs and receives 25% less damage from enemies under HP burn buff. And then every fifth skill used by the skill champion will deal a 200% more damage. And if that is not good enough for you guys to use him, then he also has attack aura in dungeons as well. This guy is good in multiple places. We're going to mainly focus in the Hydra. So let's go get the Hydra run. We'll talk about the team setup and stuff like that. Okay, so we can see our team here. We have Duchess for the speed aura, the veils, damage reduction, and revive if needed with a continuous heal. We have KRISK in here with the provoke to deal with DK, mischief, and to deal with wrath as well. Can definitely do a lot of it as well to stand the veils as well from Lady M. Now, if you don't have these champions, that's fine. You just need to copy the mechanics. For example, you can use Raidshadowlegends for Duchess or a Samuel, or you Ironhide. You can use a Molly for like a KRISK or a Physics or a Physia, sorry, for this. So you just have to copy it. Everyone's got Lydia. She's in here as a defense down or weakened champion. Also bring that single block buff, which is going to be really useful throughout the run. It also does bring strengthen to help survivability of the team. She will be in a hex set. We have TEUMESIA to deal with a poison cloud, which is pretty nice. You need a HE burn or a block debuff AoE. Most of the time I bring in AoE block debuffs, but for low levels, which run hard today, I don't need to because we're not taking so much damage. KRISK and Duchess are kind of pretty OP together. So TEUMESIA is going to come in here because she deals with the poison cloud really well. And then she also goes that synergy with RATHALOS Blademaster's passive as well. And then obviously we're going to have the Orc in here that can be replaced with any DPS champion on your account. She is one of my best DPS champions. I have rebuilt her from last week. So I'll go ahead and show you her build later as well. So let's go into the team. We'll talk about team setup. This can be full auto. I prefer to do my runs manually because I just want to get it done the first time and not having to worry about it. So we're going to go ahead and put the block buffs and the veils, etc. Block buffs is really important in Hydra because you've got stuff like Provoke, Weaken, that can get you in a bit of trouble. And then Lydia's going to go next. She's in a hex set, as you would have seen. RATHALOS is then going to go next. TEUMESIA should go before RATHALOS, but it's just one of them ones. So we're just going to get some damage out. And then TEUMESIA is going to go in with that AoE HV burn with the decreased speed as well, which is super nice. Not super consistent and decreased speed, but it is what it is. She's my main damage dealer in this, which is super OP. And then KRISK is obviously in a provoke set actually to kind of keep DK provoked. Once you've done all that, once you've provoked DK in this rotation and put up the HV burns or the block buffs, you just hit auto and let it all go. So that's what we're doing now. Enjoy the music, enjoy the run, and see some damage starting to stack up. And I'll show you all the builds and everything.
In the shadows he arises, silent and cold, a legend of power, a story untold. Grim Reaper, the name that they fear, dominating the arena year after year. In Raidshadowlegends, he makes his mark, a warrior of darkness, igniting the spark. With every swipe, the enemies fall. No one escapes his relentless call. Live arena, Grim takes the control, a force of nature, he won't back down his account, a fortress of endless might, the best account takeovers, he fixes in the night, no need to grind, no need to wait, Grim's ascendant, sealed his fate, a legend forged in the heat of the game, with each victory they whisper his name, Grim Reaper, his power untold, a king of the arena, fearless and bold, enemies quake when they see his rise, for Grim's the storm that no one denies. In Raidshadowlegends, he stands alone. The Reaper's grit carved in stone. Yo! Grim Reaper, the name that they fear, dominating the arena year after year. In Raidshadowlegends, he makes his mark, a warrior of darkness, igniting the spark. With every swipe, the enemies fall. No one escapes his relentless call. In the live arena, Grim takes the control, a force of nature, he won't back down his account, a fortress of endless might, the best account takeovers, he fixes in the night, no need to grind, no need to wait. Grim's ascended, sealed his fate, a legend forged in the heat of the game. With each victory they whisper his name. Grim Reaper, his power untold, a king of the arena, fearless and bold. Enemies quake when they see his rise, for Grim's the storm that no one denies. In Raidshadowlegends, he stands alone. The Reaper's grit carved in stone. Yo! Grim Reaper, his power untold, a king of the arena, fearless and bold. Yo!
Okay, so here we are. Like, this is the end of the run. We got loads of damage going out from Lydia, who is in obviously getting some damage from the Christian Ram. She's in damage build in a curse set. We got TEUMESIA putting out some increased damage. You would have seen her hitting for like 5 or 6 million on that E3, which was pretty incredible. You can see TEUMESIA doing a lot of work there with 140 million damage. RATHALOS BLADEMASTER coming in with 102, who replaced Turvolt last week. And then you can see that our Orky is coming in with an improved build and an improved damage of 150 million, or just under that overall. So insane damage, same team overall. Duchess is obviously in a protection set, giving us more damage as well, which is super OP, right? So I guess we'll show you all the builds that you guys want to see. So we can show you everything. That is the wrong Duchess. That is not the correct Duchess. This is the right one. So we can see we're in a 9-piece protection. The only thing that I focused about here is HP, defense, good speed, and that is it. You can add resistance if you want, but really not needed. So you can see overall that you just focus on that. And then for the blessing, I would probably, when we're talking about Hydra, I would probably go for the Imprisoned Presence just to increase your speed aura. And as you can see here, we just got survivability masteries. Again, you could go War Master if you really want. It's probably going to add like 1 million damage if you're lucky. You're not going to get much at all. Let me show you the KRISK build on this one. So KRISK is in a Provoke. I actually might swap this up and put him in a Hex set next week, and actually put Lydia in like a Merciless set maybe, or something like that. So these are stats: slow, high resistance, good accuracy, good HP and defense. He needs kind of all these stats to kind of work. Focus on resistance, speed, and accuracy first, and then defense and HP will kind of naturally come with him, because he is quite tanky. Even with as a defense-based champion, he's really tanky. So really solid kit. These masteries do need to be changed, so let's go ahead and change them. And then I'll kind of show you the ideal masteries that we should be running on a KRISK, which is generally what you want to be doing. And then we'll come in here. I've been willing to try and change these for a while, so should have changed these a long time ago, and just honestly being a bit too much of a tight ass on the gems. We're going to take Cycle of Magic over the Cycle of Violence. You could take Lasting Gifts as well for this ability there. You're going to take Master Hex, which is super important. You could also take Snipe as well, because that can increase the chance of landing the decreased speed on E1. So depending on how you look at it as. So super good build there. Then we're going to have RATHALOS BLADEMASTER, who is the star of the show. You can see this correctly. We can see a 4-piece Savage, 4-piece Merciless, and a 4-piece and a 4-piece Relentless. I lost words there for a second. And you can see here we've got really good attack, good speed, good critical damage, and that's about it. Now throughout the run we do turn off the E3, so we just focusing on the E2 and E1, which will help that Merciless do its job a lot more consistently, of getting that A2 back around to ignore 100% target defense, right? So that is what we're kind of looking for. Insane stats. I can juice this up if I wanted to, but honestly, that is the best way to go. For blessings, I'd actually go Having Cast for that, because cruelty is no good. And then for masteries, just War Master is perfectly fine. You could also probably just go down the support tree this side and just take some extra HP, etc. as well, if you wanted to avoid the retribution. Most of the time we're in the Veil, so I'm not too bothered by it. The A1 can do some damage as well. We've got TEUMESIA in his Savage set. Recently just pulled a 6-star blessing for TEUMESIA, so these are the stats that we're focusing on right now. So we've got good accuracy, good critical damage, good critical rate, 100% critical rate, so bang on the nose, 250 speed and 8,000 attack. She will receive more attack in the future. Kind of had a bit of, I suppose I kind of got a bit of shit for upgrading her when I got the 6-star blessing, because everyone was like, oh, go ahead and just do Marius, and I really don't regret it at all. This is a +6 as well on a natural wrath. You guys would have seen her last week when we was champion showcasing her. and then you can see this as well. And I guess that is about it. We got Lydia to show you as well. So these are Lydia stats. Now, it is worth noting you don't need to build critical damage on your Lydia. You don't need 100% critical rate. Mine's a +4 fully awakened, so I'm able to get the defense and HP at the speed and accuracy required. So for me, it makes sense to kind of build in the critical rate, the critical damage as well with the live arena bonuses, and to kind of just pull it all into the build, right, and try and get more for my money's worth. I do want to try and get her in a 9-piece protection or a 9-piece Ferald set in the future. I've gone for Crucial Ramp as a blessing, and these are her masteries overall. Again, I could go Hound Smasher actually for her as a tier 6 option, just so to see if she ignores a bit more ignore defense. And I guess that is everyone. We covered these two. Just want to make sure we cover everyone. We covered this one. We covered TEUMESIA. And then we covered her. Oh, yeah. We didn't cover the Orc. So the Orc is in a 6-piece Slayer set now. I've replaced the Merciless set just so we can kind of focus on other champions. And then we're going to kind of just talk about it. So attack is 7,400, which is pretty nice. Which is only level 3 blessing. We've got 240 speed, 300 critical damage, and then you get an extra ignore defense. You don't want anything else really. We can juicy stats up as well. Honestly, I wasn't too impressed with her when I first got her, but now since I booked her out, we will go blessing for the cruelty, which is good for the AoE. And then these are the masteries as well, coming in over that as well. Really solid build for Bloodmould. I actually have gone up and saved it now, so won't be moving her gear around as much as well. That's it for today's video. Hopefully you guys really appreciate this, and hopefully you appreciate today's video. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully you enjoy this, and again, thank you for watching until the end. I've been Grim. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.